We are living in a world where disruptive business landscapes means that companies are being changed and challenged on ever-changing needs all the time. And their business models are having to adapt more quickly than ever before, which means that leaders genuinely are having to think about their workforce in a more strategic manner than they've had to do before. Traditionally, workforce and workplace data sources have been looked at in a one-dimensional fashion. And yet we live in a world where there is a wealth of data on people, on economics, on geographies, on skills, indeed on competitors. And that data can be used to make faster, smarter, better decisions so that organisations can balance skills, location and makeup of their workforces to drive the business model of the future. And yet, up until now, analysis of those two dimensions has been really poor. And Stratigens brings together workforce with workplace data. And we use this to track and monitor the supply and demand, the makeup of skills globally, and socioeconomic skills, so that as a client, you can compare, model, stay informed, and perhaps more importantly, see what's changing. Our clients use Stratigens for better talent acquisition purposes, for stronger workforce profiling, to optimise their real estate, and to take targeted action on diversity, so that they can use the data to be confident in their decisions. They can understand people costs through a fully loaded lens rather than just a salary lens. They can get insights in seconds and can balance workforce and workplace to build an organisation that's fit for purpose. And if I bring this to life with one of our clients, a defence business, they needed to understand the senior engineering talent landscape in the UK because government procurement wanted them to prove as part of the bid process that they understood that the future workforce was there to meet the needs of the contract throughout the length of that contract. And this organisation wanted to know where to put a regional hub or a satellite office. It was a broad range of skills, everything from systems engineers to radar and electronic warfare engineers. And historically, they had only hired around their existing line manager locations and only hired from the defence industry. And so we use Stratigens to compare their existing locations, to break down the supply and the demand and the workforce in total. And interestingly, what this enabled us to do was to look across the board and say that by hiring in a different manner, there were some key points that came out. 41% of the talent pool was within a commutable distance of all of their different locations. And 88% of the available talent pool sat outside defence. And so when you combined the two factors that they hired around their managers and they only hired from defence, actually they were only accessing 5% of the total talent pool. And also we were able to show them that there were different vertical markets for the specialist skills that they were after, so specifically telecoms and semiconductors. And as a direct result of the data that came out of Stratigens, we were able to say there's no need to build a regional hub. Using your existing locations and developing your leaders to manage in a different way, and targeted talent acquisition means that you can prove you've got the workforce of future to meet your contract needs. And more importantly, they continue to use the data from Stratigens and include that in their bid writing process for competitive advantage. Thank you for your time.